Trent, in the end. They did it the hard way, but it was a good result in the end.
Yeah, I love the game. I thought it was a great game. I thought Broncos, I felt like they nailed the game tonight. Like, I feel like they came out and lots of guys had their best games of the year, I thought. And I loved it from our fact. We were just sort of talking about it before. We had guys that played, had bad games or had good games, but as a team we played really well. I felt like we went toe-to-toe at the start, 10-0 down, and then you've got to learn to win in lots of different ways in rugby league. You can put your foot to the floor and gap a team, but you've got to win uncomfortable as well. And I felt like early in the season for us, finding our new self, that was a great way to win a footy game.
It probably said a lot about the constitution of your side, Trent, to hang in there and then get them in the end.
Yeah, I think the calmness from these guys. I felt like the bench down there with Boyd and the guys, the staff were really good. And then on field, the leaders that, no matter what happened, we're down or we're up, their ability to control their emotions and go, radio, let's execute a plan. And some guys were good and some guys were off, but the team didn't waver. We had tries scored against us, but the team didn't waver, and that, it's a credit to Ted and Kiri and Jared and a few of the other guys that are learning to lead without those other boys here. So yeah, it was a good night for our club.
Sam came up with some more clutch plays, Trent, and he's made a habit of this for you in his short career.
Yeah.
What did you make of that? Because there was three things we probably did more in the second half.
Yeah.
Got you really key points.
Yeah, I think I got asked about it before the game about, everyone wants to talk about Sam and the defence, and everyone wants to talk about that, and he's working on it. He's working hard, and he will. He'll continue to improve. But the thing that hasn't stopped his ability to play his footy. We haven't gone, radio, park everything, forget about all your footy knowledge and just get your D on. We're saying, no, get it on at the same time as playing your footy, and it comes out. It comes out in bucket loads still. So it's a long work. This wasn't a breakout game. This is one of a couple of years of work. And he's going to have to work really hard for the next couple of years to set a foundation for his career. One game's not going to change that, but he's on the right path.
Of young players you've seen, Trent, where does he rate talent-wise?
Yeah, he's, talent-wise, extremely high. This is not a knock on Sam. Talent doesn't just cut it in the NRL. These guys come in, like Teddy was extremely talented. We all remember Teddy coming into the competition. Talent just doesn't cut it. Most people, we fall in love with talent and then we see them float in and out of their careers, but we get them with talent. We're interested in how hard they're going to work and what kind of a team player they are, and when it gets uncomfortable, are you going to really roll your sleeves up? And as I said, that wasn't a breakout game. That was one of a couple of years of learning, and that was a good night for him.
You talk about talent, and there was fair display of it from Joey Manu as well in terms of fighting your way back into that contest, particularly in the second half. I thought he sort of led that fight back.
Yeah, that's what Brisbane were really good. I felt like they defended really well. Stuff that they probably haven't been as good at in recent weeks, they fixed up, and they were on and ready, and we had to scratch and claw for any of our tries tonight, and Sammy had to do that. He had to work hard, and then Joey had to work hard for two. There it was just, Sammy had to kick one. Like, it wasn't going to be this pretty shift play because they were ready to play.
Tony, you're more impressive than me, Tony, in the train.
No, because I felt like we, at 10-0 down, that second half, we owned that second half. I thought they came back and I thought they did some really good stuff, but I felt like we owned that second half for the majority. You want to own the first half, but if you're going to be a really good team, you've got to own the second half. And I feel like we did dominate that second half. And that's not taking anything away from them, but I felt like we had the upper hand. I thought our bench did a really good job. We nailed the moments. They came back on a couple of moments, but no, I felt like we owned the second half.
What did you make of the Jared being put on report for that incident with Ryan James? What did you think?
Yeah, I don't know. It's the first time I've seen it. I imagine it's the first time we've all seen it. It's really, I mean, it's hard to have an opinion other than I haven't seen it before. You know, like if that's, it's not a technique we're trying to outlaw. You know, so like it's a really hard one to. It's just the first time I've ever seen that happen. Sure, he shouldn't have grabbed his leg, you know, and usually that ends up in a play the ball. It's really slow, so I don't know. I don't know what to make of that, to be honest.
Do you think he's targeted there because of his rap sheet, Trent?
Are you saying he's been targeted because of his rap sheet, Pete?
Yes, I am. So you can agree. It sounds better from you than me.
I mean, you're out there.
Yeah, I
Jared
didn't
get an unfair rap from the
Yeah, I didn't think there was much in it. I think that happened maybe once or twice a game where someone grabbed a leg, you know, just in the part of the play. But I don't think there was much aggression or intention in it. So I don't think there would be a suspension or anything from it.
At 10-0 down, you bombed a couple of tries in the first half. I mean, right on half time, and there was a couple of moments. So I suppose, from a team perspective, you were fairly confident, although you were 10-0 down, that you were still very much in this.
Yeah, it felt like we didn't have that many opportunities. I think, obviously on the stroke of half time there we had an opportunity, but yeah, as Robbo said, they came to play and they were defending really well. And we knew going in 10-0 down, we just had to sort of get back to our footy, complete some sets and be disciplined with our D, because they were sort of rolling through our ruck a bit easier than we thought. So when we got back to that in the second half, opportunities come. Guys like Joey Manu and Sammy sort of come up with plays. We've got a lot of talent in our team. So I thought we fought back really well in the second half.
Trent, you had such an outrageous injury list last year. Were you worried about the cohesion coming into this season, and how have you seen that play out and improve and take shape over the first month of football?
Yeah, look, the thing is, like, we know each other well because we've been a crew together for a while, but we just haven't played a lot of games. So I know that we're a team that each month we'll be a better team every month that we play. We've got a squad that's between sort of 18, 19 and 26 for the most part. So I know we've got young really quick, and the cohesion, you know, getting Kez back in, getting Sammy back in, Ted, Rads, all these guys that have been in and out for certain reasons. Sammy Verrill's coming back in, and I know that's why these wins are important. Every month we will get better and better, and we're behind some of the top teams. But our job is to catch up and pass them, you know, and that's why we've got to build that. But I know our combinations are improving. I know the talk's getting there, and we will get better every month. But we've got to be laser focused on where we're headed. That's us as a team.
Trent, do you think Joey Martin is the best centre in the game, the way he's playing?
Yeah, I think Katoni Staggs did a good impression of it tonight. I think he was, he was Mr. Olympia there for, it was 1976 again. I think it was incredible just watching him get out there and play. So, but Joey Manu is a well-rounded, incredible centre who works really hard, great team guy, but then also loves moments, absolutely loves them. He can be a great player, and there are some great centres out there without a doubt, but this guy loves playing moments as well as doing the work in between.
How's Nat obviously came off with that head knock and failed the HIA? I'm assuming it's nothing beyond just sort of the head knock.
Yeah, I think you could see it was a Category 1 almost straight away, and he's okay in there, but just disappointed.
Cool.
Thanks.